I have two of the biggest Patriots fans that I know here, and we're having an amazing season, right, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mac Jones looks great.
Tom Brady who, right? I wouldn't go that far. But these are two of our wish kids. Austin is also a wish granter of ours, which is had a chance to grant Luke's wish. Austin, tell us a little bit about your children's wishes journey up until this point.
So my journey was pretty cool. I got to start since I was a baby here. I had my wish at 3 years old to go to Disney. At 3 years old, I didn't realize who Tom Brady was, but I would have done a wish for Tom Brady. But for years, I've been part of the organization. I was the first winner of the Journey Award, and it was an incredible experience. I met Ed Medeiros through that, and the year I ran my first Boston Marathon was 2017, and he had said, I think he needs some inspiration. So he said, why don't you and I go to Houston and we'll watch the Super Bowl together? And I thought he was kidding.
Mm-hmm.
And, we got to go down together and watch Super Bowl together. And obviously, anyone who's a Patriots fan knows that was the 28-3 game. And I really, I was so inspired by it. But I thought that would maybe be the closest I ever got to a Patriot player or being a Patriot and stuff like that until my buddy Luke came along.
Yeah.
And I wanted Luke to be able to share what he got to do, and then I'll be able to fill in my spot.
Yeah, I mean, I have many more questions for you, but let's talk about you, Luke. You had a pretty awesome and amazing wish experience. Austin was lucky enough to be your wish granter and experience it with you. Tell us what your wish was and a little bit about what happened.
So I met Tom Brady and it was really good.
You met Tom Brady. That's pretty amazing.
And I asked him to have a hug, and it just granted my wish and made me really happy inside.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. Now let me ask you a quick question. Did Tom Brady throw you a football pass?
Yeah.
He did, and did you catch it?
Yeah.
You are one of probably 30 people on the planet that have caught a pass from Tom Brady. I think there have been more presidents of the United States than there have been people that caught passes from Tom Brady. That puts you in very high air. And one thing I do want to mention, you had mentioned Ed's name. He was supposed to be here this evening. Unfortunately, he couldn't join us. Ed is such an ardent supporter of Children's Wishes. Him and East Commerce Solutions continue to be one of our biggest supporters. Ed is a founding member of Children's Wishes and a leader of our What Wish families. He won the 2018 Compass Award. He gives so much to so many here at Children's Wishes. He took you to Super Bowl 51.
Yeah, Ed is an incredible man.
Tell us a little bit about Ed, yeah.
He's an incredible man. Like I said, I've known him for years, and no matter what it is, whether it's my birthday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, he's always checking in, seeing how everything's going. And he's just an amazing person with the biggest heart in the world. And he'll help out in any way that he can. And like I said, he was such an inspiration for me when I went through my struggles and things like that. And I always knew that he'd have my back. And it was an incredible experience to go down with him and go to the Super Bowl. If anyone knows Ed, he's an amazing person, and he's so outgoing, and he's just a wonderful person and spirit. And I remember, the night before the Super Bowl, he had his light up shoes ready for the Bruno Mars concert, and he was ready to go. And he's just an amazing person who brings so much to this organization, and I can't say enough.
We're thinking about him. We wish he was here with us. We know that he couldn't necessarily be here, but our thoughts are with him. Thank you so much for all that you do from East Commerce Solutions. But, when Luke came to us and he said, for my wish, I want to meet Tom Brady, who was the first person we thought of? Ed, right? Can Ed help us to make this happen? And sure enough, we got the connections made, and Luke was actually able to meet Tom Brady. Tom Brady threw him a pass. He gave you a hug. But we also knew that Austin had to be someone who was your wish granter, right? We knew that he should be the wish granter. And because of your continued support of Children's Wishes and all that we do, in 2000, in our very inaugural gala for the Journey Award, you actually won that. What did that mean to you to win the Journey Award?
That meant a real lot, in the journeys in the award, and it was just such an incredible journey that I've had since I was a baby doing that stuff. But when I look at it now, and I look back and I looked at Luke and said, wow, this kid gets to meet his idol and stuff and play catch with him. And I know after that Super Bowl, Ed had given me a replica Super Bowl ring that was identical to the one that they had gotten. And he had texted me the morning that I went with Luke, and he said, hey, bring the Super Bowl ring. And I said, all right. And I ended up giving it to Luke because Ed gave it to me, and I felt like it was my duty to give it to Luke because Luke was such a champion. And I remember Brady taking the Children's Wishes pin from Luke, and he said, when we win the Super Bowl, I'm going to give it back to you. And he said he's going to hang it in his locker. Remember that? I thought that was
Wow.
really, really
Oh,
cool.
wow.
And one of the, and it was just a really cool opportunity to see this person who everyone looks at as such like an idol and a bigger than life person. And he took the time to talk to one of our Wish kids and ask him where he was from and ask him his favorite sport. And I remember Luke even saying his favorite sport was baseball. And I don't think anyone thought that was going to happen because, Brady plays football. And it was just an incredible thing to see him, Brady, under all these big lights and these big games, become just a kid again and play catch with Luke. And that was one of the coolest things. And Ed was able to give that experience to him, his family, and I got to witness that too. And it was just an amazing day in total. I mean, not only did we get to meet Brady, Edelman, we played catch with and things like that. We got to meet Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. The whole Patriots organization was phenomenal. And Brady ended the day. He gave Luke his gloves. Edelman had given him some game-worn gloves. Brady had signed a jersey for Luke. And it was just an amazing day. And Ed had given me, when I got to introduce myself to Luke, he had given me a Vince Lombardi trophy to say, hey, we're headed to see Brady. And it was one of the coolest things.
That is so cool.
And so thank you to Ed and East Commerce.
That's absolutely. And so Luke, one of the things that in talking with Austin is the connection. I'm a wish granter myself. I have a very special wish child that I've granted wishes for, a wish for. Part of our family is the close connection that you have with your wish granter and the relationship and the bond that's created. Tell us what it meant a little bit about having Austin as your wish granter.
It felt good having him as my wish granter. He's really nice.
Do you guys still chat? Do you guys still talk every once in a while?
Yeah.
Yeah, every so often. Unfortunately, the pandemic kind of, put a little bridge in between, but I actually moved down about 10 minutes from Luke, so hopefully we'll be able to play catch soon and go see Mac Jones now. So I guess we have to bump up. We gotta find something we have to do with Mac Jones. We give Brady a hug, so we gotta do something with that now. But it's been really, really cool to know Luke and know what he went through and see Tom Brady play catch with the real GOAT.
Yeah, that's absolutely. And Luke, the experience that you've had. Tell us a little bit about your family, what it meant just experiencing it with your family, and how much they enjoyed it.
My mom, she really loved it.
Did your mom get to hug Tom Brady?
Yeah.
I'm a little jealous. I'm not gonna lie. So I mean, with that, you guys still talk. You guys still are hanging out. I mean, the relationship here is awesome. What are the next steps for you, Austin? What are you kind of looking to do, whether with Children's Wishes? Kind of, where's your journey taking you next?
So I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. I hope to help a lot of people like Luke and share in their wonderful journeys and their memories and be able to bond with them. Every time I think I see Brady, I think of Luke. And every time I hold the football and things like that, I remember how amazing that moment was, and I hope to have that happen with other kids and other wish granters and people who aren't wish granters. You can create a lasting impact with someone over that. I mean, I remember we were at the Halloween party and Luke and I were playing catch with the football again. It just felt really nice to be back with him and play catch.
So cool.
It wasn't on the Gillette field, but it was still really cool, and that's what people can do with your wish kids. You create that lasting bond that you'll never have with anybody else, and that's what's really special.